Hi, and welcome to Wondering Wednesdays with Mrs. Walker. I'm Mrs. Walker. I'm so glad you're back for our next episode. Today, I have an exciting book for you, but first, let me say Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, or Happy Holidays. So today we have a book called The Incredibly Dead Pets of Alex Drexler, and it is written by Aaron Reynolds. This is a chapter book by the guy who wrote The Creepy Pair of Underwear and Creepy Carrots. So I thought you all might get a kick out of this book. So shall we begin? The Incredibly Dead Pets of Rexter. The Incredibly Dead Pets of Rex Dexter. Ooh, tongue twister there. Prologue. Allow me to be completely transparent. You probably won't believe this, but my best friend Darvish didn't believe me at first, and that guy will believe just about anything. When we first met in third grade, I told him I was really a spy for the country of Pennsylvania. He believed me for 3 solid weeks. You're right. He believed in the country called Pennsylvania for almost a month. But even Darvish has a hard time choking down the recent events of my life. Which is why I haven't told a single living person what's been happening to me. Well, except Darvish. And now you. Take a deep breath. Here it goes. I can talk to animals. There, I said it. Are you happy now? I'm talking about animals that are deceased. Breath of life, no longer with us. Only apparently, they're still with us. And let me tell you, they're a chatty group. I don't know how they find me. I'm not sure who is handing out my address in the animal underworld, but somehow they do. They find me. They talk to me. They pester me. They do stuff for me. I've become an afterlife errand boy. Word of advice. If you find yourself in a contest with the Grim Reaper or mechanical facsimile of the Grim Reaper, make sure you win. Perhaps I've said too much. Maybe I should back up and start at the beginning. Good idea. Forget you read this. Chapter 1. My story starts with a dream. We all have dreams, right? A fire in the belly that drives our spirit towards accomplishment. George Washington dreamed of being the first president with wooden teeth. Albert Einstein dreamed of having fluffier hair than any scientist in history. Pepto-Bismol dreamed of a world without diarrhea. The first thing you should know about me is this. More than anything else in the world, I've always dreamed of owning a dog. A real live pet of my own. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why a dog? How about a cat or a gerbil? In my mind, a dog is the only true pet. A cat? No. A ferret? Cool, but no. A gerbil? Please. Of all the household animals, dog is the pinnacle. No other animal can compare. And best of the best, my greatest wish, my most fervent dream, a chocolate Labrador. That's a proper pet. Don't get me wrong, I'm open to other possibilities. A yellow Labrador would be fine. A black Labrador would also be fine. Even a golden retriever would be okay. Not perfect, but certainly acceptable. I was practically born to have a dog. After all, my name is Rex. Rex Dexter. It's a dog's name. For crying out loud. It's one step away from being named Fido or Bandit or Spot. With a name like mine, I should obviously own a dog, but I don't. See this empty backyard? It's devoid of canine. See the foot of my bed? It suffers from an absence of a pooch. See the kitchen floor? It is without dog dish. It is a sad state of affairs. My cruel situation is made even worse by the cold, ruthless reality. Everyone I know has a pet. It's a sad state of affairs. My cruel situation. Everyone. For example, there's Sammy Mulpepper. Sammy Mulpepper is the smartest kid in my class. She has wavy hair and smells of soup. She also has English setter named... Well, never mind. I'm going to have to start again. For example, there's Sammy Mulpepper. Sammy Mulpepper is the smartest kid in my class. For example, there's Sammy Mulpepper. Sammy Mulpepper is the smartest kid in my class. She has wavy hair and smells like soup. She also has an English setter named Sarsaparilla. I tell you she's smart by her choice of a pet. This does not mean I like her, because I do not. Edwin Willibur sits 3 rows behind me at school. He has a pit bull named Alfred. I respect his life choices. Even Holly Kerskin has 2 cats named Tiger and Sardine. Cats don't really count, but it still supports my point. 2 cats. I don't even think she likes animals. She wrinkles her nose every time I bring them up. My best friend has 4 dogs. If you can believe it, 4. Is it greedy in the extreme? Maybe a list of pets living at the Darvish house. 1. A pet pug named Rascal. 2. A Dalmatian named Tika. 3. A Schnitzoiser named Hong Kong Phooey. 4. A boxer named Sir Banksalok. And 5. A fat raccoon, nameless, that resides at Darvis's yard because his mom leaves dog food on the back porch. Darvis insists that the raccoon does not count. But even without a raccoon, I think we can all agree Darvish is a pet hoarder. Darvish insists that let me pretend that Rascal was mine and take him for a walk. He's a thoughtful friend, despite his pet hoarding tendencies. 5 minutes into our walk, Rascal threw up on my shoe. So I tell his heart wasn't in it. Chapter 2. The closest I've ever come to a dog of my dreams was Bub. Bub was not a dog of my dreams. Bub was because mostly he was a fish. Fish do not count as real-life pets, but I suppose it is better than nothing. I had Bub for exactly 27 minutes. His name was supposed to be Bubbles. However, he suffered a very unfortunate mishap prior to receiving his full legal name. It technically wasn't my fault. I followed the directions given by my licensed professional, the guy at Pet Plan, and said I could put him in water as soon as possible. Where was I supposed to put him in water? Do you own a swimming pool? Of course not. My parents are cheap. Is there a large aquarium in my house that is currently vacant? Don't be ludicrous. Do you reside on Freet Branch property? I wish. There's only one place in my house that is filled with water, and that's where I put him. It was just supposed to be for a second or 2. I was doodly filling Bub's fishbowl at the sink, and I was saying, I think I'll call him Bub. That's when I heard the flush. Can I help it that my dad doesn't look for a fish before he takes care of his business? After that, my parents decided I was a little under-responsible to have a pet. Which is ironic. I might be one of the most mature, responsible, rational people I have ever met. What if you flushed a dog, my dad said, which was silly. First, I did not flush Bub. Any jury of my peers would see this. Second, it's practically impossible to flush a dog down a toilet, unless, of course, it's a corgi or a chihuahua. And I'm pretty sure those are known in the business as flushable breeds. Chapter 3. Mrs. Yardley was taking attendance. She is my 6th grade teacher. She has a voice that is roughly the same pitch and decimal level as a dead car battery trying to start. I feel for her, for all of us really. But happily, I don't have to hear at the moment because Darvish is talking to me. I smell chowder, he says. Do you smell chowder? Of course I smell it. It's coming from our soup-scented neighbor to the north. Canada? No, I explain. I don't like to be rude, so I will talk in code. Her name rhymes with clammy bell pepper. Well, whatever it is, it smells good, he said, tomatoey. I refuse to dignify such talk with a response. Everyone knows true chowder does not contain tomatoes. Plus, his assertion that Sammy smells good is preposterous. Some might say she smells wonderful.